So a source close to Lil Uzi Vert recently came out and actually said that his next album is going to be his version of Michael Jackson's Thriller. And not only that, but apparently it's his masterpiece and like it's his best work yet.
I don't know if it's going to be Michael Jackson Thriller good, but hey, hopefully it is good because he came out and said that Eternal Atake wasn't that great. And, you know, before we start this, guys, leave your favorite Lil Uzi song in the comment section below. Actually, from Eternal Atake. We'll see more relevant stuff there and see what you guys are fucking with. But yeah, you know, I'm anxious to see what's going on here because it's going to be crazy. I want to see how he bounces back from Eternal Atake. Eternal Atake wasn't bad in my opinion. I just think it was extremely average for the sort of talent levels that Uzi has. I think that compared to his other work, and I know the comparison is like sort of like the Kill of Joy and like whatever it is, but at the end of the day, I mean, we have to see where he's at, right? Yeah. And I want to see what type of music he's making.
What it was for me is that, you know, he was coming off in 2017 Love is Rage 2, which was a great album. And then if you look at his projects in 2016, like Lil Uzi Vert versus the World or the Perfect LUV Tape,
he had a really crazy run.
Heat, man. It was all phenomenal projects. And then, you know, his most hyped up album yet comes out, Eternal Atake. People are waiting on it for like 3 years almost. And it felt lazy to me. His flows were kind of off. And, you know, he ended up admitting it that out of not only Eternal Atake, but even the deluxe version that he put out, I think a week or two later, out of those 32 songs, only 2 songs were good.
Okay, so that's like a 2 to 30 ratio right there.
Yeah, I am happy that Uzi is self-aware and that he's able to admit, like, hey, the shit that I put out wasn't that good, but I'm going to come back even stronger.
Yeah.
And, you know, all the hype right now is around the whole diamond thing and all that type of stuff. But, you know, people are going to be, I think, surprised when he comes out with this next project because apparently he's going to get a lot more vulnerable. He's going to have maybe like these melodic auto-tune ballads.
I'm super down
and
for
like
that.
If he comes back and like brings that heartbreak type of vibe like we saw on songs like EXO Tour Life or Pretty Mami, like I'm really down for that. That's his bag.
Yeah, major plot twist. Uzi ends up dropping the craziest album of the summer. COVID's chill. We could go to house parties and bump new Uzi all summer. Imagine how crazy that would be. He'd come back with an insane aesthetic.
I love it, man.
That sort of like that EXO Tour Life, having that gothic vibe to it as well. That sort of darker production, stuff that really fits Uzi because, like, yes, I do like the futuristic sort of sound with Uzi, but I don't think it's his lane that he strives the best in.
No,
and I don't think even when we talk about Playboi, I don't even think it's the lane that Playboi strives in. Like it's a really hard aesthetic to master. I mean, I'm happy he tried it. He tried to give his diversity from, you know, the regular content matter that he was giving us and tried to go for a different production. But I mean, the records just didn't hit. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I was going through the whole album and, you know, I felt a sort of emptiness to the track list. It wasn't like I was going through his old mixtapes where, you know, each and every single song had a place on that track list and I was ready to go and, you know, they were in my rotation for the next like 4 months out of the year.
And that album was still so successful, man. I think it sold almost 300K first week.
Crazy.
So let me ask you this. Do you think that, like, you know, his Generation Now label held on to the album for longer just to build that more hype? You think that was a factor in it?
I mean, probably, but shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Yeah, because I think if that album came out in 2018, I don't think it would have done the same numbers. Like, I feel like
I don't think it would have been the same album though. I would think it would have been a completely different.
Well, he did get hit with
rollout.
all those leaks, right? That were released.
He did, and not only that, but like that whole thing with Generation Now was really messy for him. And, you know, obviously Jay-Z came in and gave him the Rock Nation management deal and was able to make him release the album. And listen, I love the rollout for it because it even got me hyped. I was super down for it. I liked that it kind of dropped in the middle of the day on, I think it was Friday or Thursday when we were going to Toronto. What was it?
Yeah, it was a Friday.
Yeah, we were going to Toronto and we got it in the car at like 11 a.m. and I was like, holy fuck, yo, we're actually doing this like live.
Yeah.
And I like how he made everyone choose, you know, the sort of album cover. Like, I fucked with it all, but like once you got to the track list, shit just wasn't sticking for me. So what do you think is the one improvement he's going to have to bring onto this next project from a fan and listener standpoint?
Yeah, I think he just has to kind of steer away from, you know, I guess rushing his sound, just because I feel like a lot of shit seemed lazy. A lot of the ad-libs were kind of just thrown in there. So I feel like he has to take more time to really build something cohesive here. And if you look at an album like Thriller, only 9 songs, maybe Uzi has to cut down and not make an 18-song album. Maybe he needs to focus and put maybe only 10 to 15 songs on that track list. Not only that, but on Eternal Atake, he didn't have many features. I think he had like 1 feature.
Yeah, people were asking where the fuck were the features.
Yeah, and then the deluxe version was flooded with features. Mm-hmm. But regardless, I think that he has to be very selective. And he doesn't need a feature to carry the song. So
He
maybe
doesn't.
have 3 to 4 features, throw in Travis there, who he's been working with. Apparently, they've spent, I think, like 3 days straight together in the studio. So I want to see kind of what came out of that. So yeah, man, I think that he needs to maybe make a shorter track list, find more of a cohesive sound, stick to maybe that love ballad type of vibe.
More memorable hooks as well.
Yes,
Like
yes.
there was nothing going on with the hooks on there. It felt really bad because there was some productions that were really good, but I feel as if like at a certain point there was some records that had a really good production to it, but Uzi's hooks and his verses and his flows didn't necessarily fit perfectly with like, the way that they did in the past, right? Like I wanted to hear, was there Metro Boomin production on Eternal Atake?
I don't think so.
Someone's gonna probably have to confirm that in the comment section. Don't quote us, but I mean, listen, I would like to see more of that too, right? I would like to see, maybe something different than, even the
give me some more TM88 production.
Absolutely,
Maaly Raw.
Bringing back those guys and like that sort of stuff. And I understand that it's definitely an album that stays within the hearts of many fans, but 2021 definitely needs a new Uzi album. And I think there's a lot of stuff to work on, especially as far as an aesthetic. Like, you had mentioned the whole thing of him having to, maybe fix the production a bit. Also the shorter track list. I do have to agree on the shorter track list though. The shorter track list is an absolute must. Uzi has the quality to carry that. And I understand it's for the streams. We all know it's for the streams. But
quality first, man. Always.
2 out of 30 songs, man. You admitted it yourself. At this point, like, what else is there to really do, right?
But I think he's gonna have a strong comeback this year, man.
Oh, I think
if
so
he does
too.
drop, and I think that he might drop maybe a summer album or something. I feel like that could be really good. And I feel like the fans are gonna be in for it, man.
Which collaborators would you like to see on it?
Travis Scott for sure. I want to see Playboi Carti reunite with him again. Future would be nice too.
I want to see Future on there.
Maybe Trippie Redd. Offset could go nice too.
Offset slept on as an Uzi feature. Not a lot of people know about that. Yeah, that's for sure great. I mean, listen, regardless, anything you get from Uzi is probably going to end up being quality. Eternal Atake was just super mid. It was super rushed. There was not a lot of memorable tracks on the track list.
Also, that collab album with Future was not it. That was trash.
That one was really bad.
I will say Uzi outperformed Future, but it was still just so fucking mid.
Yeah,
not memorable at all.
It wasn't great at all. I mean, I don't think any of those albums really stayed with a lot of the fans. I mean, like if we talk about the discussions that were going on Twitter and even TikTok, like
but there's a big fan base for Eternal Atake.
There's definitely a big fan base for it, but there's a big fan base for Lil Uzi. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, he had mainstream success and like he was able to, achieve like that sort of monopoly within the industry. And, then yes, I understand you have a cult fan base on your Eternal Atake release, but the rest of your fan base was kind of like left disappointed, right?
Especially I'm predicting a big comeback though. I think he's going to come back like really strong.
Okay, so when do you think it's going to drop?
Summertime. I think he's going to come back in the summer.
Uzi's dropping in summertime.
I really think so.
What makes you say summertime?
It's his birthday in the summer. I think he's going to get festive and just fucking throw something out there for his birthday. Yeah, I see that happening.
Maybe a 3-part EP track. I think he drops before that. I think he's going to drop super soon. Maybe before summer.
Well, I mean, look, it's only been like a year since EA dropped, so he might wait a bit. We'll see.
Thank you so much, guys, for watching the episode. Listen, we got a lot of stuff going on here at NFR. You guys could join our community by joining our Discord chat. It's absolutely popping. The link is going to be in the bio, guys. And listen, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and the notification tabs. We're doing daily content here at NFR Podcast. Thank you guys for sticking in, and I'll see you on the next one.